Hey everyone, before we dive into this story, please hit that subscribe button to support my channel. It means the world. 3 days before my sister Vanessa's wedding, I got a text from her. Hey Lily, quick favor. Mom's stressing about the photos. Could you leave your oxygen tank in the hotel room for the ceremony? Just an hour. Someone can grab it for the reception. It'd keep it out of the pictures. You get it, right? I was sitting in the pulmonology clinic, where I go weekly for treatment, staring at my phone. The soft hum of my oxygen concentrator filled the room, the nasal cannula resting comfortably after 2 years of constant use. Idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, diagnosed when I was just 26, made me a rare case. Most patients are over 60. My lungs were scarring, stiffening, each breath a struggle. The oxygen wasn't a choice or a fashion statement, it kept me alive. But to my family, it was a hassle, a blemish on their perfect image, what Mom called my health drama. When I was first diagnosed, Dad clapped my shoulder and said, "At least it's something you can manage, not like cancer or anything serious." Mom quickly shifted to fretting over how my condition might overshadow Vanessa's wedding plans. People will talk. It'll steal the spotlight. This is Vanessa's moment. Vanessa, for years my senior, was tying the knot with Connor Blake, a high-flying corporate lawyer. Their wedding was a grand spectacle at the Rosewood Estate. 200 guests, a string quartet, exotic blooms flown in. For 18 months, Vanessa curated every detail online, tagging it #Vanessa gets her happily ever after. My worsening health? Just a glitch in her fairy tale. Family dinners turned into pep talks about staying upbeat and not making everything about my illness. When pneumonia landed me in the hospital, forcing me to miss Vanessa's bachelorette party, she texted icily, "Guess some things matter more than family." The oxygen tank was apparently the last straw. I typed back, "The oxygen isn't optional. I needed to breathe." Her reply shot back instantly, "It's just 1 hour. Sit in the back. Don't make this hard." What they didn't know, what I never explained because they never asked, was that my doctor wasn't just any physician. Dr. Marcus Reeves was the nation's top expert on early onset pulmonary fibrosis. He led the Advanced Lung Disease Program at University Medical Center, published pioneering studies, and advised on complex cases globally. Oh, and he was Connor's college roommate and best friend. Connor let it slip at a family dinner 6 months earlier, talking about his wedding party. My best man, Marcus, is coming from a conference in Geneva. Brilliant guy, a lung specialist. Saves lives while I push paper. I nearly dropped my fork. Dr. Marcus Reeves? Yeah, he's my pulmonologist. The table went quiet. Mom gave a nervous laugh. Small world. Don't bother him with medical stuff at the wedding. He probably needs a break. They never brought it up again. Never asked about my care. Never wondered why someone like Dr. Reeves was treating me. They chalked it up to chance and moved on to table settings. What they really didn't know, I wasn't just Dr. Reeves's patient. I was his research collaborator. 6 months after my diagnosis, he invited me to join an experimental treatment trial. My case became a cornerstone of his work, documented in medical journals. I co-authored 2 papers with him on early intervention. Last month, his research earned a prestigious National Institutes of Health award, with my case study front and center in his presentation. He thanked me by name in his speech, calling me a vital partner in tackling this brutal disease. My family? Too busy with wedding plans to notice. I didn't respond to Vanessa's text. Instead, I finished my treatment, went home, and packed for the wedding weekend. The rehearsal dinner was Friday at a fancy restaurant. I showed up with my portable oxygen concentrator in a sleek backpack, the cannula discreet but present. I'd mastered managing my condition quietly, not out of shame, but to make life smoother. Vanessa greeted me with a hug, her eyes flicking to the backpack. "Is that?" "Yes, I need it." She bit her lip. "Okay, but maybe sit in the back tomorrow? We talked about this, right? We'll figure it out tomorrow." The dinner was a show. Vanessa and Connor radiant at the head table. Dad toasting his accomplished daughters, gushing about Vanessa's marketing job and Connor's legal career, then tossing in a brief, "Our dear Lily, facing some health issues but holding strong." Like it was a minor cough. Dr. Reeves sat with the groomsmen, looking sharp in a tuxedo, far from the clinical setting where I usually saw him. He caught my eye across the room and gave a subtle nod, professional and brief. After dinner, Connor approached with Dr. Reeves. Lily, Marcus was just asking about you. Crazy that you're one of his patients. Dr. Reeves kept his face neutral. Good to see you outside the clinic, Lily. How's your condition? Stable. Sticking to the protocol. Good. Don't overdo it this weekend. Weddings can be draining. Vanessa joined us, champagne in hand. Marcus, you're not going to talk shop all night, are you? Connor says you're brilliant, but you work too hard. Just checking on a patient, Dr. Reeves said calmly. Well, Lily's fine, Vanessa chirped. Tomorrow's going to be flawless. We've planned every second. And we sorted the oxygen thing. Lily's leaving it in the hotel for the ceremony. Just an hour. No big deal. Dr. Reeves's expression shifted, barely. I'm sorry, leave what in the hotel? Her oxygen tank. It's clunky and shows up in photos. Just for the ceremony and pictures. She can manage an hour without it, right? It's not like she's dying. The air turned icy. Vanessa, I said softly, trying to explain. Dr. Reeves cut in, his voice carrying the calm authority I knew from tough medical talks. Miss Hartley, your sister has idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis. Her lungs are compromised. The oxygen isn't for show, it's life-sustaining. Vanessa laughed nervously. But it's just an hour. People hold their breath longer. People with healthy lungs, yes. Lily's lungs are scarred and stiff. Without oxygen, her blood oxygen levels could plummet, risking hypoxia, organ damage, or respiratory failure. Connor froze. Wait, Marcus, how bad is this? I thought Lily had some mild lung issue. There's nothing mild about pulmonary fibrosis. It's a progressive, life-threatening condition, especially aggressive in young patients like Lily. Vanessa's champagne glass shook. But Dad said it was manageable. Mom said she was fine, just needed a little breathing help sometimes. Dr. Reeves's tone sharpened. Your family's dismissal of Lily's condition is dangerously irresponsible. She needs constant oxygen therapy. She's on an experimental protocol because standard treatments aren't enough. Without this trial, she'd be facing a lung transplant or palliative care within 3 years. The room went quiet. Guests were staring. Dad appeared, sensing trouble. Everything okay? Marcus, great to see you. Thanks for being Connor's best man. Mr. Hartley, I was just explaining that Lily's oxygen therapy is non-negotiable. I understand there's a request for her to go without it tomorrow. Dad's face tightened. It's just for photos. She can handle a short time. Surely. We don't want the pictures looking like a medical ward. Dr. Reeves stood taller. As her physician, I'm stating clearly. Removing her oxygen is medically unsafe and potentially life-threatening. If she's pressured to do so and suffers any harm, I'll report it to the state medical board as family-induced medical neglect. Mom, now beside us, paled. Medical board? That's extreme. We just want nice photos. You're asking your daughter to risk her life for appearances, Dr. Reeves said bluntly. That's not extreme, it's abusive. If Lily suffers respiratory distress tomorrow because she was pressured to skip her oxygen, I'll document it as such. Vanessa's voice was a whisper. I didn't know. I thought it was just. I didn't know. You didn't ask, I said quietly. I tried to tell you how serious this was when I was diagnosed. Dad said, at least it's not cancer. Mom said I was making it all about me. You called me dramatic when I missed your bachelorette party because I was in the hospital with pneumonia. Connor looked gutted. Marcus, you never said it was this bad. Patient confidentiality, Dr. Reeves replied. It's Lily's story to tell. But when I hear she's being pushed to risk her health for photos, her safety comes first. Guests were openly watching now. Vanessa's perfect wedding weekend was falling apart. Dr. Reeves turned to me. Lily, if you feel any pressure to remove your oxygen tomorrow, leave the venue and call my emergency line. Your health is not up for debate. Clear? Yes. He shot my family a look of disdain. Your daughter is alive because of cutting-edge treatment most patients can't access. She's helping advance research that saves lives, and you're treating her like she's ruining your photos with her medical gear. It's disgraceful. He walked off, Connor trailing him, casting apologetic glances. The rehearsal dinner fizzled out with strained chatter and early exits. I returned to my hotel room alone. At midnight, Vanessa knocked, still in her rehearsal dress, mascara smudged. "Can I come in?" I nodded. She sat on the bed, looking small. "I didn't know, Lily," she said. "I swear, I didn't realize it was that serious. You always seemed fine. Working, going places. I thought the oxygen just made breathing easier, not that it was keeping you alive. I tried to tell you multiple times." "I know. We didn't listen. We were so caught up in me, the wedding, everything being perfect. And you were just there, quiet with your oxygen." Tears fell. Marcus said experimental treatment. Transplant or palliative care. "Lily, are you dying?" "This disease progresses. In everyone eventually. The trial's working for now. My lung function's stable, not worsening. But yes, without treatment, it's fatal." She sobbed. "And I asked you to hide your oxygen for photos. I'm a monster." "You're not a monster. You just didn't get it." "I didn't want to get it. It was easier to think you were exaggerating, seeking attention. Because if it was real, it meant my little sister might she couldn't finish." We sat in silence as she cried. I didn't comfort her, I was exhausted. Finally, she said, "Tomorrow, you wear your oxygen. I don't care about the photos or what anyone thinks. You wear whatever you need. And if anyone objects, they can leave. It's my wedding, and my sister will be there alive and breathing. That's what matters." The next morning, I wore my bridesmaid dress, oxygen concentrator in its backpack, cannula visible. I didn't hide it. In the bridal suite, Mom opened her mouth, but Vanessa cut in. "Lily wears her oxygen." End of story. The ceremony was stunning. I stood with the bridesmaids, my oxygen humming softly. Guests asked about it. I said simply, "I have a lung disease. This helps me breathe." At the reception, Dr. Reeves gave a toast. Connor asked me to talk about our college days, but I want to talk about courage. Real courage is facing each day with grace despite immense challenges. I've worked with someone who embodies that, Connor's new sister-in-law, Lily. She's taught me more about resilience than any textbook. The room erupted in applause. Vanessa cried again. Connor hugged me, whispering, "I'm sorry we didn't get it." That changes now. Later, my parents approached, looking worn and regretful. "We need to talk," Dad said. "Really talk about your health, your treatment, everything we've ignored." "Yes," I said. "You do. We didn't have that talk at the wedding." But the next week, they came to my apartment. I explained pulmonary fibrosis, the trial, the treatments, the uncertain future. They asked real questions. Mom took notes. Dad cried. It wasn't forgiveness, but it was a start. 3 months later, Dr. Reeves published another paper on my case. My family read it, grappling with the medical jargon but determined to understand. Vanessa posted it online, writing about invisible illnesses and the need to listen to people's health experiences. The wedding photos showed my oxygen concentrator in several shots. Vanessa had one framed, her in white, me in blue, the tubing visible. On the back, she wrote, "The most beautiful thing in this picture is that you're breathing." She was right.